Right, welcome back. Right, today I've been putting it off for quite a while now, but I need to go through Ioan'S 85. It's probably done around about 100 hours now. It's had a piston, but basically piston, chain and sprockets and bits and bobs, that's all it's ever had. So yeah, we're going to go through it all. New bearings, obviously headstock bearings, swinging arm bearings maybe, depending if it needs it. Give it a bit of love. Full engine rebuild as well. Like I say, it's still running absolutely sweet, but I thought while I've got a little bit of time, I can go right through it. So I thought, right, I'll bring you guys along for the journey of what we do, what we don't do, what we do. So it's a lovely day, so I thought I'm going to crack on and get it all stripped down today, see what parts I need, get everything ordered, and then hopefully in a few days we can rebuild it and get going again. But first of all, it's still all dirty from the fast eddy the weekend, so first of all I'm going to give it a good wash. First thing we're going to do, like I said, is wash the bike properly, and I mean properly, not a rider's wash, a proper wash, and strip it completely down as we're cleaning it, ready to so when we rebuild it, it's all completely clean. So that's going to be the first job. Like I said, take all the plastics off and then start to clean it properly before we strip it down. A little top tip: when you are stripping down a bike that you don't really know where everything goes, that you don't really do very often, when you take out the bolts and that, make sure you put them back in to where they've just come out, just so you know when you are rebuilding it, then you know where they go and you're not going to get them mixed up. So like I said, I'm just stripping down Ioan'S. It's not every day that I strip it down, a little bike, so I'm going to put everything back into its place where it goes, and then I know when I come to rebuild it all, I know exactly where it goes. Just another one as well, when you're taking the fuel tank off, make sure that you put something in to the fuel hose, so obviously no water or anything can go then into the carb. I'm going to have the carb off and strip it anyway, but it's just easier that you don't fill it full of water. So I've just took a screw out that was on here that's got to come out anyway, and I've just put it into there. So, just in the middle of stripping it down now. Like I said, I want to completely strip it and clean everything. So, and the best way to do that is to pretty much take everything off and get everything spotless, because when I rebuild it, I want to literally clean all the pipe up, make sure that's good, put all brake fluid in the front, the rear brake, bleed all the clutch. Just basically make sure that all the bearings are all fully greased, and if they are knackered, then I will obviously replace it. So right, we're carrying on. We're not too bad. It's slowly coming apart. So here we are. She's coming apart. So when I'm stripping really any bike, I kind of go from the back. I just find it easier now, like the engine's still in, it's all loose, but I can take the engine out and the frame will stay in one piece, and then I can lie it on the floor and take the front end out and the triple clamps and what have you. So, and obviously it's so much easier once you've took the swinging arm out to get the engine out. So yeah, it's come apart pretty good, to be honest. It's not too bad. Needs a little bit of cleaning. Like I say, it's just been, sometimes I leave it and I don't wash it and it pits a little bit, so we'll get all that cleaned up Yeah, another 10 minutes really now, and it should be all apart. Oh, I'm well impressed with these titanium T-bars. Titanium T-bars I got off Doc Wob. Doc Wob gave me them last time I was there. So double-ended. Really nice. So yeah, so there we are. The 85 is stripped. All I've got. So now I'm just going to spend an hour cleaning everything, making sure stuff are clean, and then I will check all the stuff over and see what I need to order, and then get some stuff ordered, ready for it. But it didn't take too long, to be honest. It's probably the cleaning bit now that's going to take a little bit longer, getting it all clean and ready to put back together. But like I said, I'm not going to show you how I do it, because like I said before, I want to do some how-to videos in the future of linkage bearings, changing them, shock bearings, changing them, and stuff like that. So like I said, I just thought I'd bring you along for the ride of stripping down Ioan'S. Probably go more into detail when I build it back up, because stripping down, to be honest, is pretty straightforward. Elm?
Yeah.
Do you want to show you something?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to see your bike?
Yeah.
Right there. You ready?
What's happened to my bike? What's happened to my bike?
Just thought I'd pimp it up. It's all stripped. All stripped. There's your engine. And cleaning products. We've got a frame, and we've got subframe pipe, and we've got Ioan'S. So he's got to do a bit of work now, because I've done most of it. So I'm going to set him off with some cleaning stuff. I will help him a little bit, and then we'll get it all polished. I've got some of this stuff to try, but not sure. Got some of that stuff to try, but I'm not sure what it's like. But we'll give it a go. I bought it the weekend because everyone says that it's quite good. So we'll give it a go and see how it is. Well, to be fair, I'm pretty impressed with that. Obviously there's a few more little bits that I gotta do, but all in all, that's probably just took me about 5 minutes to do that. So yeah, I won't plug it too much because I'd had to buy it. So, but yeah, it's not bad stuff, to be fair. Pretty good. Right, welcome back. It is probably, I don't know, is it 3 or 4 days after I've stripped Ioan'S bike, and I'm going to rebuild it today. And like I said, I'm going to take you along for the journey of me rebuilding it. Ioan'S actually here. He's cleaning some parts up, so I can draft him in to do some vlogging for me, because it's quite difficult to do it on your own. When I stripped it down, I was on my own, and it really is quite difficult to do both. So like I said, first of all, obviously the frame's all clean. I've put it on a stand like this, and then I've used a strap to strap it on so we're not fighting it around the floor. All the parts are all lovely and clean. Engines had a full rebuild. Because like I said, that had done a fair few hours. I'm not going to show you any of that because, as I say, I want to probably leave that. I don't want to do everything at once. I want to show you that stuff like that in a later video. So I'm just going to show you stripping it and me rebuilding it, what I do. All this is all laid out. It's all been cleaned. They've all been greased. Swinging arms had new bearings in it, new chain slider, new chain block. Pipe, we've cleaned up all the pipe, the rust cleaner. Shock bearing, top shock bearing is all good, bottom shock bearing's all good, so we haven't had to do anything to that. Cleaned up all brake pedal, gear lever, Basically new headstock bearings as well. So like I said, it's just about cleaning everything, making sure all the bearings and that are good. We have replaced the bearings that have had a bit of wear and tear. We've replaced all them. Just give everything a good clean up. Makes it so much easier when obviously it's strapped on, because you're not fighting about. As I say, the engine's just going in loose, and then I'm going to put the swinging arm and put the back wheel in, and then the bike won't move at all then. Just put the engine in, put the swinging arm in. I'm going to put the back brake on and fire it back into here, and then like I said before, when I was taking it out, the screws were already in here because I fired them back in, so I knew where they'd go when I was building it back up. So that's pretty cool. So put this in, put the back brake on, swinging arm in, wheel is in. I'm going to put the carb on. I've had all the bottom of the carb apart and just clean the jets, the main jet, the pilot jet, and just checked it, make sure it was all good. So I'm going to put the carb back in. I've routed the throttle cable up. I always put the carb on these before I've put the shock, because from the back, if you've put the shock on, you can't really get, it's a bit more fidgety to get yourself in. So I will do this, route all these cable hoses, make sure they're all fine, and then I'll go and put the shock on. Right, putting the shock in now. Just bolting it in all loosely. These have all been cleaned and greased. I've just took that strap off now because you don't really need it. You don't really need it on now because now the wheel's in. It's all holding it in. Basically with these, I just put them in loosely, just nip them up a little bit, and then at the end I go around and torque all them all up. The ones that need to be torqued I will. The ones that don't, then I won't bother. But yeah, we're on. Next job is subframe air boot on. Next job, subframe. Just make sure, obviously the CDI loom is just poking out the top, because that goes onto the top. And then with this, you just got to make sure that it goes on to the back of the carb, like so. Then I always Loctite the subframe bolts. I'll always Loctite. Okay, so a bit of Loctite on them, do them all up, and then once the subframe bolts are tight, then I'll tighten the carb. Subframe's all on, back mudguard's on. That was a fiddly thing to put on. I don't know if any of you have ever put an 85 back mudguard in, but it's like a complete thing. Oh my god, that made me sweat that bit. But no, that's on, that's all tight. Gonna do the radiator hoses and stuff like that next, I think. We're gonna swap filmers because Ioan'S actually got to go to work, and I'll get Kai out or Caris out to film some bits. So it might go downhill fast from here. Last clip before Ioan goes. All new bearings in here. Just putting these back in. Then putting the top clamp on, then the nut, and like I said, everything will be torqued and tightened up after, because I need to tighten this up once the suspension's in. But there we go. Thanks Ioan, you've done a grand job. Now go and earn your pocket money. Like I've said, I've lost my filmer now because he's gone to work. So put the triple clamps all in. They're all loose for now. The forks are in and the front wheels in, basically just for security, so it doesn't it's all safe. And now we are going to nip these up, and then we're going to tighten this up just to get a nice feel. But I'll probably do that once the bars are all on. I'm going to put the bars on now and get all that. Keep it still. I've got a new filmer now, Kai's on the lens. So, like I said, I've done all the front end. I've connected the wires and stuff there, put the braces back on, the engine braces. Now I'm just going to put the throttle on. What I normally do with the throttle is a little bit of oil just onto the handlebar. Just helps for a little bit of lubrication. Just helps for a little bit of lubrication, and then slide the throttle on there. Like I say, Ioan will probably adjust all the levers and stuff where he wants them once we get going. But for now, ooh. So now we've tidied all the wires up under here, zip tied them all up, put the coolant hoses on. What else have we done? Oh yeah, exhaust pipe is all on, look. It's nice and fresh. Silencers on. Everything underneath the tank now is back together. We're going through. Ioan's gone back to work. We've got plastics and graphics, new only stands graphics to go on that he's never seen before. So that'll be quite entertaining. He'll have a bit of a shock when he gets back from work tonight. Bless him. So yeah. Let's carry on. Just put all the plastics on, put the clutch back on, just put the front brake back on. But while I'm doing it, I need to, if you come here a minute, you could be able to see what happens. Obviously, this has got a rubber over the top, and what happens is obviously you can't really see under the rubber, and it all goes really, really dry. So it's very important. You see that? It's very important to take these off, clean them all, re-grease them, and then put back on, because the front brake goes so sharp and horrible. So that's what I'm doing now. We ain't too far away now, guys. It's all back up. Ooh, I have actually, I won't show you them ones just yet, but I did actually, the other week when the graphics come, I did start putting them on in the house, but they're quite tricky to put on without putting them on the bike. I find them way easier to put them on when they're on the bike. So I've got the heat gun. We're not far away. Just put gearbox oil in it. Put the chain back on. I haven't put a new chain on because he's got a race next week, and we're going to go out a few times before that. I'll put it on literally the last time we go out, just to bed it in and make sure it's stretched ready for the race. But we're not too far away. She's cleaned up pretty good. I've been round, torqued all the bolts up that need torquing, like rear suspension bolts, the triple clamps, the headstock, all that type of stuff. I've done all that. I don't think there's much left to do. I'm going to put the stickers on now and then let you guys have a last look. Just putting a little bit of heat into them, and then we'll be sticking them on. Well happy with how these have turned out. Big thank you to Amped for hooking us up. To be honest, they've been sorting me out, they've been sorting the kids out, and then hopefully soon they'll be doing like the replica graphics, whether they'll be on my website or their website, we're not actually sure yet, but there will be about very soon. Right, There we are, sports fans. Look at that is Ioan'S bike complete. I've not started it yet, to be honest with you. Elsie's here, so I don't want to start it just as she's here at the minute. But everything is done and ready to go. Put back, greased, new parts. I'm quite happy with how it's turned out, to be honest. It's not been too bad, and the graphics, amped, have killed it with the graphics. Really have. I'm so happy about them. That's really good. I've got a set for Kai's, but the problem I've got with Kai's is you can only buy genuine 65 plastics. They don't do like an aftermarket plastic graphic plastics, and they're like 380 quid for a set. So I'm like, whoa. I said we'll have to wait. I'm surely someone's about to do them soon. That's my work complete. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
He's buzzing, bless him. Absolutely buzzing. So yeah, like I said, I hope you've all enjoyed coming along for the ride of me doing that. I've actually enjoyed it, to be honest. I need to do Kai's and I need to do mine. So with mine, I might go a little bit more into detail. Obviously with the 85 and stuff, there's not too much to go into detail with. We've done all what we need to do. Hopefully you've had a bit of an insight of what I've done. Not sure when this vlog's going to be out, but all good. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment what you want to see, and check out these. When this vlog's out, I would have thought these hats are going to be online. So go and take a look, and we will see you in the next one.